If you were interested in the Noble Falcon Pro that I reviewed previously, then you will definitely also be interested in these new earbuds from Noble Audio. Hey guys, we have the Noble Fokus Pro with us today, courtesy yet again of Jervies Singapore, as they have very kindly lent me their demo unit. So my apologies if you went down to the store in Singapore because, well, they're with me. But rest assured, they're going back soon. Before we get into the review, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. Anyway, let's start with the design. The case is actually much nicer than the Falcon Pro's square case, with the company opting for a more conventional oblong case that sits nicer in jeans pockets. The lid is a similar blue as the Falcon Pro's, and since blue is my favorite color, it's a welcome touch. On the front, there are 4 LEDs to indicate charging along with a USB-C port on the rear. Unfortunately, no wireless charging here again. Flip up the lid and you get the earbuds inside, along with a reset button on the case in the same design as the Falcon Pro. The earbuds look quite different from the Falcon Pro, and in all honesty, I much prefer this design. It looks much more like a custom IEM now, with this blue marble swirl faceplate that's smoothly integrated into the shell with no seam at all. You'll also notice this metal base vent port on the side, and that's because these are still using 3 drivers. 2 balanced armature and 1 dynamic driver. Personally, it sounded great on the Falcon Pro, so I'm all for this hybrid design. The BA drivers are, as mentioned, custom ones from Knowles, and the dynamic driver has actually been increased to 8.2mm from the previous 6mm that was in the Falcon Pro, which should mean that we most likely will see an improvement in the lows on these earbuds, but more on that in the sound quality section later. As for fit, the Fokus Pro does feel a bit more comfortable because the nozzle length has been reduced. So while it will be a better, more universal fit for most people, it does reduce the passive noise isolation by a bit. It still does block out a pretty good amount of noise here though, so it's not really a big problem. I never found myself wishing or, disappointed that these don't have ANC, so yeah. The earbuds run on touch controls, and they are actually not as finicky as the ones on the Falcon Pro, which is a huge plus for me. As for the controls, they're pretty simple by default on this unit. Double tap on the left earbud to bring volume down, triple tap to bring volume up. Double tap on the right for next track, and triple tap to go to the previous track. Single tap on either side for play pause. Of course, this is all customizable in the app, but personally I found that it pretty much covered everything that I need. In the app, you also get an EQ feature with 6 presets and a custom 10-bar EQ, as well as a personalized EQ that uses a frequency test to customize it for you. My personalized EQ seems pretty similar to most other earbuds that have this sort of feature, so yeah. The app itself is also pretty simple. That's pretty much it, aside from choosing what language you want the app to be in and such. That being said, do take note that this is actually a new app. It's the Noble Focus app and not the old Noble app that was used for the Falcon Pro. There's Bluetooth 5.2 here, which is, to be expected because the Falcon Pro also had 5.2, and these actually support SBC, AAC, aptX, and aptX adaptive, which is, nice for Android users. It also uses the same master-slave switching system as the Falcon Pro, which means that even if one earbud, runs out of battery before the other, it will automatically switch that earbud that's still alive to be the master earbud, and you can use both earbuds independently, so yeah. Battery life isn't as great as the Falcon Pro, but it is still very impressive in its own right. Noble claims 7.5 hours at 50% volume, and I actually typically listen at around 20 to 40% because these are still very, very loud. That being said, I did get around 7 hours and 40 minutes or so of playtime, so yeah, pretty good. This time around though, the Fokus Pro actually has lost the IP water resistance rating due to the design change. Noble says that it will still be able to withstand sweaty workouts, but it's not recommended to wear these in the rain or for a shower and such. As for microphone quality, well, I can't really see anybody buying these specifically to use in calls, but in a pinch, they'll do. Sound quality though is delightful. Coming from the Falcon Pro, these felt more immersive and cohesive, with an improvement in the lows coming through in the powerful sub-bass. The real improvement here though is in the mids actually, in my opinion. I felt the mids were too recessed on the Falcon Pro, and that's addressed here with more forward mids and engaging vocals. The treble was also a bit sharp on the Falcon Pro, and that's pared down here as well. It's more natural and smooth this time around, which makes this sound signature a lot more palatable for the general public. Staging is excellent as well. Noble has done a really good job across all of their true wireless earbuds here. It's both wide and deep, with a good amount of spaciousness and air. Layering is also done well, and you get great imaging. As for price, they're actually slightly more expensive than the Falcon Pro at $349 US or around 500 Singapore dollars. This sets them pretty firmly in the expensive camp, with options like the Bang & Olufsen Billplay EQ and the Bowers & Wilkins PI7 coming in at around 400 US, as well as the Sony WF-1000X Mark IV coming in at around 280 US. So are they worth the price? Well, I would say yes. With great passive noise isolation eliminating the need for ANC, the better than average battery life, the excellent sound quality, and the gorgeous, to me, design, I think Noble's done it again. The Noble Focus Pro is really an excellent pair of true wireless earbuds. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Noble Focus Pro. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to us and like this video. Till the next one, see you guys!